All right. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to do configuring layer 3 switching and inter-VLAN routing. Um, so let's get started with this one. Objectives: configure layer 3 switching, configure inter-VLAN routing, configure IPv6 inter-VLAN routing. Okay, so these are the objectives that we're going to do today on this packet tracer. So background and scenario, a multi-layer switch like the Cisco Catalyst 3650 is capable of both layer 2 switching and layer 3 routing. One of the advantages of using a multi-layer switch is this dual functionality. A benefit for a small to medium-sized company would be the ability to purchase a single multi-layer switch instead of separate switching and routing network devices. Capabilities of a multi-layer switch include the ability to route from one VLAN to another using multiple switch virtual interfaces, as well as the ability to convert a layer 2 switch port to a layer 3 interfaces. Alright, so instruction part 1, configure layer 3 switching. In part 1, you will configure the Gigabit Ethernet O2 port on switch MLS as a router port and verify that you can ping another layer 3 addresses. Okay, so we're going to configure Gigabit Ethernet O2 port on the MLS as a routed port. Okay, on MLS, configure um, gig O2 as a routed port, okay, and assign an IP address according to the addressing table, okay. Alright, so let's go open up, um, so this is our MLS, okay, this is the layer 3 switch, so I'm gonna bring it up here, and then we're gonna enable config term, and then we're going to interface gig O/2, and this is going to be as a router port. So we're going to do no switch port, okay, and then IP address is going to be 029.165.200.225 space 225.225.225.252. Here enter. Okay, something's not right. Sorry, there's a typo. Okay, and then I'm gonna do no shutdown. Okay, just to make sure. Okay, now let's ping. It says verify connectivity to cloud by pinging 209. Okay, let's ping. Gonna let's get out of here, get out of that one, and then ping 209.165.200.226. Alright, it is pinging. If you run that again, it should give you 100%. There you go. So success rate is 100%. Awesome. Alright, so moving to part 2. Configure inter VLAN routing. Okay, so what we're going to do here is add VLANs. Add VLANs to MLS according to the table below. And packet tracer scoring is sensitive, case sensitive, so type the names exactly as shown. Okay, so we're going to add VLANs. Alright, so let's do that. Config, oops. Okay, yep. You can just type config. You don't have to type config term, and then we're gonna add. So it's gonna be VLAN 10, right? Yep. Name staff, then VLAN 20, name student, okay, VLAN 30, that's going to be name faculty, okay. Alright, so that's done, and step 2, configure SV1 on MLS. Okay, so this is going to be your switch virtual interfaces, okay. SVI stands for switch virtual interfaces. Okay, so alright, where we at? Okay, step 2, right? Configure and activate the SVI interfaces for VLANs 10, 20, 30, and 99 according to the addressing table. Configuration for shown below as an example. Okay, so we have example for the VLAN. So we're gonna go ahead and do. Let's type interface VLAN 10. Yeah. Okay, now we're in the interface port. Now we're in that interface. Okay, so we're gonna do. Now we're gonna do interface VLAN 2 IP address. That's gonna be 192.168. That's gonna be 10.254. Okay, and then 2.552.552.550. I'm gonna hit no shutdown. Okay, this brings up the port. Alright, now we're gonna do same thing for 20, 30, and 99. Okay, so interface VLAN 20. It's gonna be IP address. So for 20, I'm gonna go up here. There you go. So for 20, we're gonna use that. And I did the 168 there. So pretty much everything's same except that device name, the second last, we're gonna change that to 20, and same thing for 30 and 99, and then the rest of the numbers stays the same. Okay. All right. So 254, right? Yep, just right here. All right. 255 or 255 or 255. Yeah. 0. Okay. No. Shut down. Alright, now. Interface VLAN 30. IP address 192.168. That's going to be 30.254. 255.255.255. Right? And then no shutdown IP enough. So we're going to do interface VLAN. That was 30, so this is going to be 99. Right? Yep. And then IP address 192.168.99, right? 99. Yep. 54. 254, correct. 255, what? 255.255.0. Entered. No shutdown. Okay, so we are done configuring SVI on MLS. Okay, alright, so we're done with this. We configure and activate. Alright, so now moving to step 3, configure trunking. Alright, so we're going to configure trunking on MLS. Okay, trunk configuration differs slightly on a layer 3 switch. On the layer 3 switch, the trunking interface needs to be encapsulated with the .1Q protocol. However, it is not necessary to specify VLAN numbers as it is when working with a router sub-interfaces. Okay, so that's very important. When you're trunking, when you're configuring trunk, you need to encapsulate it with this protocol on the layer 3 switch. Okay, that's the slightly a different configuration than the layer 2. Alright, so on MLS, configure interface gig 01. So we're going to use gig 01 for trunking. Make the interface a static trunk port. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. So we are gonna be interface face. This one. Okay, so we're on that interface. I'm going to switch port mode trunk. Okay. Awesome. Now and then specify the native VLAN as 99. Okay, so we're going to use trunk port native VLAN 99. So switch port trunk native VLAN 99. Okay, and then so we're gonna now encapsulate that trunk with this protocol. So to do that, you're going to switch port trunk encapsulation .1Q. Alright, so we are good with that. Now let's go over step 4, configure trunking on switch 1. Okay, so we also need to configure trunk on switch. This is on our MLS, okay? Alright, so I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to open switch 1 and let's enable config. Okay. So it's going to be interface /1. Okay, and then we're going to configure the native VLAN on the trunking. Okay, so switch port. Right, so whenever you are configuring working with trunk, this is switch port is the command that you want to use every time. Alright, so switch port mode trunk, right? That's going to switch the port to mode trunk. And then we're going to do switch. Now we're going to switch port. Now we're going to what we're going to do is switch port, right? Trunk. Now we're switching the trunk port to native VLAN 99. So switch port trunk native VLAN 99. Okay. All right. So we're done with that. Now, step 5. We're already in step 5. Okay, that's cool. Now use the show IP route command. Okay, so that's going to be on MLS. So I'm going to minimize this. Let's bring up our MLS. Where's MLS? Right there. Okay. So MLS. I'm going to go back to this guy, and then let's run this. So IP. Alright. So as you can see right here, nothing, right? There's empty. There's nothing. So the question I think you might get is are there any actives routes? No. Now B, inter IP routing. So okay, let's do that. Term, we're going to IP routing. Alright, so this will enable now IP routing. So now if we go back and run this, there we go. Now you can see now it's routing, right? You can see the traffic right here. Okay. Alright, so now what we're gonna do now, verify end-to-end connectivity from PC0 ping PC3 and MLS5 to verify connectivity within VLAN 10. Alright, so we're gonna do open up PC0 and then go over to command prompt. I'm gonna go back here. Let's do ping his it's ping PC what? PC3 and MLS. Okay. Ping PC3 is gonna be 168.10.2. Awesome. It's pinging. Alright, so they're talking. And let's ping MLS. Okay, so VLAN. MLS VLAN, which is gonna be ping 192.168.10.254. Awesome, so it's pinging. Alright, so you can if you want to go ahead and do the rest of the pinging from B to all the way to F, you can do that. But I think we're good on this side, okay? And then, alright, so I'm gonna move to part 3. Configure IPv6 inter-VLAN routing. Now we're gonna configure IPv6. Okay? Alright, so what we're gonna do here is inter IPv unicast routing command to enable IPv routing in global configuration mode. Okay. Big, so IPv6 unicast routing. So this will enable IPv6 routing. Alright. Awesome. So where we at 66%. Alright, so now configure IPv6 addressing on SBI for VLANs 10, 20, 30, according to the addressing. Okay, so now we're going to configure IPv6 on all those VLANs 10, 20, 30. Alright, so interface VLAN 10, right? And then IPv6 address, that's going to be 2001 is that DB8 column ACD8 column 1, right? What happened? Oh, you know what? We also have to put / and 64. Yeah, for these IPv6, you have to type all the way to that / 64. Okay. Now, and then we'll shut down. Alright, I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna go back here and okay, so we have everything is same except as you can see, like this one That's 20, pointing toward VLAN 20, 30. So what we're gonna do to kind of speed up the process here, what you can do is you can hit up arrow, and then we can change. What happened? So, oh, okay. So I do not type. Let me do this again. I'm gonna go back to that enter. Please be 10, because I didn't type 10, so we're gonna type 10 and then alright, we will have to type A. A is not needed there, so that's okay. There you go. Now we're at 75. Okay. Alright, that there. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do for 20. And then you change that to 20, okay? And now shut down. And then same thing for 30. Change that to 30. No, shut down. Okay, so we're at 91%. Seems like we missed something. Okay, what did we miss? Okay, what did we miss? Alright, I'm gonna do this. Let's go ahead and 91. So I give you a route. Alright, so let's do this. So I give you 6. Route. Okay. Oh, okay, so we missed that. Gigabit Ethernet O2. Okay, we didn't activate that. Okay, so we're gonna activate that. That's the one that it's not showing up here. Everything's here, but that is Gigabit Ethernet. Alright, so let's do that. Config, turn, and then you're gonna go to interface. Yep, that's what we missed, I think. Last D. Now we're gonna type IPv6. It's gonna be 2001. Okay, DB8. BCD. That's the A. Okay, I see. Okay, I hope that's the right one. Okay, invalid. You know what? IPv6. Come on. Address. Okay, what is this? Oh yeah, because when I first had configured VLAN for A, so it's now overlapping. Okay. Um, yeah, it is. See that? Yep. Now we need to. Mm, Alright, so I'm gonna do. Let's try to remove VLAN 10. Okay. Let's get out of this. Config term. Let's type no VLAN 10. Now we're gonna fix it. Okay. Alright. Now let's back out of this. And let's see. Alright, so okay. Also do alright, yeah. You can also do so VLAN. Okay, so that so 10 is removed. Alright, so now let's fix that, okay? My bad. Alright, I'm gonna fix that. So we're gonna do. It's a good video. If you make a mistake, like I did, you can do so. You can type no VLAN or 10 or 20, 30, whatever. If you mixed up the IPv6 or IP number, that's how you can fix that issue. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do now. Interface first. Let's do this. Gig /2. And then we're gonna IPv6 address. I think it's already assigned, but we're gonna do it again just to make sure that we got the score 100%. /64, right? Okay. Alright, so hit enter. Okay, still saying is overlapping with on VLAN 10. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I guess we also need to remove this IPv6 number. Alright, let's do that again. So what we're going to do is config term. This is our interface VLAN 10. We're going to do no IPv6. Come on, address. So this is going to do okay, DP8 ACD ACAD and then 1, is it 1? Yeah. 64. Okay. And this is how you remove the IPv6 address or IP address from the VLAN or anything. Okay, so that's going to remove. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to interface gig /2, and then I'm going to do this. Okay. Alright. IPv6 address, we're going to assign that A to gig02 port, right? Okay. Hit enter. Nice. No shutdown. Okay, now as you can see that completion 100%, right? Um, so when we did that no IPv no VLAN interface VLAN 10, it didn't really delete the VLAN. I think it's in inactive status. So if I go ahead and do, like, let's check something here. I'm going back up. Alright. So if I do VLAN 10, right? Oh, it's up. Do so VLAN brief, right? Let's do that. Okay, so it's back up. I know it came because when we hit that VLAN 10, it brought it back up. So, but we need to change the name because we're at now 95%. Even though before it didn't see it right here, we were at 100%. So um, that's that's a that's a mistake. I don't know if the packet tracer, um, they might need to fix that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and config return VLAN 10 name. What was the name for VLAN 10? Was it a staff? The staff, yeah, staff. All right, awesome. So we are all good. If you want to check, let's run that so IPv6 route. So IPv6 route. Okay, now as you can see that everything is in here, right? Yep, we are all good. Um, so thank you again for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful to you. And I know we did a little bit more. We made a mistake and we corrected. Man, you know that's what you do when you're out there working. You make a mistake, and but you also need to know how to address that and how to fix. So it was a nice video that not only that we did what the lab was asking, but more than what um, we did more than that, right? So it's a good video, and I hope um, this is helping you. And all right, so that's it for today, and you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you again. Bye bye.